You're listening to Brotherly Advice on 93.3 The Wolf.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Cam, I'm in your seat.
Yeah.
You're replaced.
And now you get to see all the fantasy stuff too.
Yeah, no, that's pretty. Because the rings are pretty badass.
Yeah,
I dig it.
So Zach was here the other day, and he saw the rings, and he was like, "Oh, what are those, like Super Bowl replicas?" And I go, "No, dude, it's our fantasy rings."
But no, it's the real.
He was
things.
like, "What the fuck?"
Is that the one for?
That's the one Cam won like 2 years ago.
That thing's pretty beefy.
It's intense.
Holy
yeah.
cow!
And you can like put name, record, inside of it. You can like get something engraved. So he put like the time stamp on the podcast when he said he would win that year.
Yeah, yep. Sorry, Cam, looks better on me.
They're pretty intense. And then the trophy, and then the new loser board.
Yeah, I saw that. The toilet seat. Yeah. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty beefy.
Yeah, they're pretty intense.
Like I said, I'm still a fan of potentially doing the belt.
Yeah, I do. When I saw they did it, because that's where like I'll get the plaques, and that's where I got the trophy from.
Yeah,
same company.
Yeah.
And I saw they did belts, and I was never a wrestling person, but I was like,
can you hear me?
Yeah. But I was like, I can't have two things. But I was like,
so I did a buddy that works up at Best Buy in Bangor.
mm-hmm.
So he had like a Best Buy championship for like the top sales or whatever for that store. He had a championship title made. It had, Best Buy. It looked gorgeous.
Mm.
So he wrestles for a small indie promotion up in Bangor, up in the main area. And he actually, a lot of the belts that they made for that promotion, he made for like AEW and some WWE, like at the actual belts. They're pretty sick.
That's intense.
Yeah. So I saw a photo of the Best Buy belt. I'm like, that's pretty badass.
That's pretty fun.
That's pretty badass.
That's like like a way better. What's it called?
Like a representation almost.
Like making you want to do it.
Right.
Then like, oh, you get an extra $200.
Right.
Like I would care a lot less about $200 than like.
Right. I mean, $200 nowadays really isn't that much money.
No, but I don't know. I've just never been in sales or anything, so I don't know what you'd get. What the
top performer is like the highest like credit card application or the highest sales.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd get
for the
for
fiscal
that.
year. Usually nothing.
That's sick.
Or you did like a pin.
So $200 is probably something nice.
So when I worked at Best Buy, I was the top salesperson for 4 years in a row, and I got like a piece of paper that says, "Hey, you did it.
Good job.
You're a $1 million writer. Here's a pin."
That sounds like Honda when they're like, "Hey, you've been here this many years. Here's some badges."
Yeah, but they give you a gift card too.
That's true.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Yeah, I got my 5-year coming up, so I got my $75 coming.
Do you know how bad I was like? Almost like, man, maybe I should camp out another 2 years, get a 10-year thing, get something nice.
Oh yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah, this would have been 9.
Yeah, because I can't remember what the metric was as far as like how much per year that you get, but
that probably would have been nice.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Grapponi would have given me something sweet,
right?
Probably,
for your 5-year,
just a little bit bigger cup.
So I left before my 5-year at Best Buy because they eliminated my position. So they're like, "Oh, you can take a demotion, or we'll give you severance if you decide to leave." Well, like the next week, I got an interview after Pony was hired, so I'm like, I'm leaving. So if I stayed there for my 5 years, they would have given me like a kayak.
Yeah.
Like you could pick like a 5-year gift out of something.
Insane.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of random stuff, and a kayak was one of them.
Well, that sounds like
pretty badass.
A couple years ago when we won the President's Award.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What do you want to win?" You're like,
I picked that murder weapon, that 18-inch like
what was
pan or whatever. like the
the skillet.
yeah, the skillet,
thing?
the iron skillet,
Yeah.
whatever. That was basically, I'm sure it was used in some sort of murder case. So they were like,
Oh,
here,
yeah.
get rid of it.
Yeah, take it.
Right. Oh, your hands are on it now, sucker.
I did the TV mount and I gifted it, so I looked like a really good gift giver. And then I had to put it up.
My wife wanted that skillet, so
I was
she's
like,
like, oh,
oh.
we have a smaller one. I need a bigger one. All right.
Junior made
It's
out
free.
so good because he had like just gotten there,
Yeah.
and he was like sick.
Yeah.
I was like, nice, dude, nice.
Yeah.
But-
Somebody got like the pots and pans set, whatever, for like their like kid or whatever they were moving in. I can't
It makes
remember what
sense.
was.
Like that shit's really expensive.
Yeah.
So like it would have been better to go.
You can go to Walmart.
Because he did that. He was like researching
Yeah.
how much everything was and trying to find the most expensive thing.
Yeah, and like
I was like,
the cheapest thing was like the 4-pack of air tags. They were like $20.
yeah, which
Like,
makes
really?
no sense to be like you could get this with this thing that's 200.
I mean,
Yeah,
I totally could have pulled a prank and got the set of air tags and just like hit him around.
that's
Put him on some.
No, you should have. We should have just gotten like a bunch of them and then like
Put
them
on
in
someone's
something
desk.
and given it to someone and been like, "Oh, Torino, this is what they said you selected." Because then like they would have been rip shit. I'm like, that's
Or
not
like
the
just like if
fucking
you're walking into the parking lot and an employee has their car window down,
thing. Yeah,
not condoning anything.
but yeah, that's how we met though at Grapponi. Good
We
old-
did.
I don't know if you want to name the place. When we first started, I wouldn't name like the actual location we worked, but I
It was
don't care anymore. But
awkward though because your mom brought me down, and she's
Oh,
like, "Oh,
really?
this is my son Josh,"
yeah, that's
and
how she
you're
was big.
and you had short hair.
I did.
You had short hair then.
Mm-hmm.
No beard either.
No,
You had
no, I
baby, hardcore baby face.
couldn't really grow. It didn't grow
Would
very
you take
well.
steroids?
No, I just
Like
ate.
hair growth
Just
enhancement?
ate.
You just
I tried that once. The like those roller things.
Oh,
I tried once.
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
try hard enough.
never heard of them.
I know. Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're like little needles on it. They're not like
Oh,
intense.
interesting.
And they're like supposed
Does-
to like hit the follicles, open them up, and then you put some serum on. But I did it for like
Maybe they
week.
have like some sort of like
I'm
you
not
know you can
patient.
if you want like fast hair growth
Yeah.
or if you want like a fast long growth you can use like hydro seed. Maybe just put hydro seed in your face and just water it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. But
let it a chia pet.
that's how she did it a lot. Because like when we worked at Toyota together, like there would be customers come in, and she'd be like, "This is my son." So I would do one of two things. I'd either be like, I'd do the pretend like she's not my mom. I'd be like, I'm literally not your son. I go, we just worked together. Stop doing that to
Like
people.
how with
And then she'd
Daniel?
be like, no, I'm really is. And then I would flip it and I'd just be like, my mom, and like
Hi,
pretend
mama.
to be, pretend to
Hi,
be a
mama,
child
mama,
about it.
mimi,
Yeah.
mo.
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's
Not touching you, not touching you.
Maybe that's what got me sent to Honda.
Probably.
You know, I don't know. I still have a little grudge about it though.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, it definitely paid off a lot more. I used to get like bloody noses because I'd be so frustrated at Toyota.
Yeah.
I would get so frustrated with people.
But now that's the past.
It is. Yeah.
You don't have
All
to worry
gone.
about that anymore.
I know. How weird is it that I'm not there? Because it's been like a month now.
It has. Holy crap,
Yeah.
man.
This is the
Clearly,
end.
it doesn't matter because it's been that long. We didn't even realize it.
I know.
Nobody talks about you anymore. I mean,
I
that's-
don't. No, I don't.
Nobody's
blame
like,
them.
"Oh, how's Josh doing?"
Yeah. No. I don't,
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so. Well, I think part of it too is like the only person I talk to somewhat outside of there now is you.
Yeah.
I don't talk
Well,
to
I mean,
anybody.
Like when you left, like a whole different ball game as far as like who was there.
Oh yeah.
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 So like everyone that you knew there, like it was when everyone mostly besides myself, like the other two started like right during COVID, so we were rarely there.
Yeah.
That was when we were starting to get back.
Oh, yeah.
into.
I remember
back into
when
work.
mask got to come off and I saw Torino's face for the first time, and I was like,
And you're like,
I can't picture you.
what
with
is that? What's
it
on your
was
face?
so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we were. I mean, granted, that time sucked, but I loved my schedule.
Oh, it was sick to
Yeah.
be like half a week.
Like 5
Whatever
days
it was.
working, 7 days off.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty.
Like,
nice.
I want that.
That was
And
really.
get paid the same amount.
Do you remember when the other team, like we had gotten there for like the first day to start, and the other team had someone with COVID pop off? So then they were like, you
yeah.
guys all have to leave. We have to have a company come in and sanitize it. So
Yeah, 'cause
we
we
had
ended up-
just gotten back, and then
We
they were
ended up
like,
leaving
"Get
at
outta
like
here."
noon that day.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, because they made the announcement at like 10 o'clock, and we were like, all right, cancel all the rest of the appointments. You guys are leaving at noon. We're like,
That
sweet.
was so sweet.
Going
That
home
was so nice.
with pay.
That was really great. Because then I think we were like closed on like next day too.
Like it was the
Nice.
worst best thing that happened.
Oh yeah, driving
Or
to
the
work.
best worst thing.
Driving to work and home was so nice because there was never traffic.
Yeah.
We were like the only thing. I remember once it was a completely empty highway with just like an ambulance coming on the other side of the highway.
Right.
And I was like, this is so
And
crazy.
it's because someone was going to the hospital probably with COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was so nice though.
Yeah.
What year was that? Like your second year?
So I started in September of 19.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was literally like 6 months before.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Because I remember watching TV and then like this whole thing happening, and there was like, and then I remember we got the email and like, oh hey, we're changing schedules around because we can't stay open.
Yeah.
All right.
B group.
Yeah.
That was so nice. I was so worried I'd be in the other. Like I remember when that was announced, I was like, "Fuck, I better not be stuck in this other group."
I think you were with me, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was like you,
was
me,
me.
Julie.
No, it was Alicia. Me, you, Alicia, and Dave. Julie was on the other one.
I definitely remember working with Julie.
Maybe you were on the
multiple
other one
times.
then.
I don't know.
No, because
I don't.
because in April that's when they started that schedule, and then
Mm,
May, it was like May 19th or May 20th they brought us back. But then Julie was going out on maternity leave because she was
yeah,
pregnant.
that's true. Yeah, maybe. That was so nice though.
Apparently, there was nothing better to do than
No, I
have
remember.
children.
I remember. Yeah, right. I remember one day because like you'd have to wear gloves and stuff.
Oh
I
yeah,
poked
yeah, yeah.
a hole in the entire glove of little with like a paper clip,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it was so small. It was such a waste of time, but it was like that's. I want to try and find it. It was.
Oh, did you take a photo of it?
Yeah, I took a video of it. It was so.
Oh, a video.
Because I was like, I spent literally maybe an hour. I spent so much time. That was the nice thing about like Honda is like you can waste so much time sometimes. Like especially if it was like a snow day. Like I remember one day like we just played board games and cards. It was
Yeah.
so nice.
No, I was lucky. Becky usually would tell me to stay home. I was told to stay home usually when it snowed, just because I'm 35 minutes from work all uphill. So I had to drive uphill both ways to go to work.
And then if it was really bad, I'd have to walk. It was different times back then.
I remember we had that last year. It was that flute snowstorm. We got like, I think like around here, you guys got like 2 or 3 inches. I got like 7.
Yeah.
And I videoed it and I sent it to her. I'm like, hey, so can't get out of my driveway because I'm not plowed. The road's not even plowed. And she said, oh my God, stay home. She goes, I didn't realize you got that much. I'm like, yeah.
That's what
But I'm outside walking around my chicken coop.
That's what I miss a lot is like how easy, like if something came up, I could just text Becky.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, don't come in. Are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
don't. And like,
Greatest boss I've ever
your
worked for.
plan, oh yeah. Like your plan is to be like, I'm not coming in, but I don't want to say I'm not coming
Yeah.
in. I'll get her to say it for me.
Like, I hate driving. Like, I'm
That's
a wimp.
great.
I hate driving in the snow.
Oh,
like,
really?
even though I have all-wheel drive, like,
Yeah.
I hate driving in the snow.
Yeah.
Like,
It's scary.
I've had, like, a few incidents when I lived in Alton and I worked in Lee. And, like, driving, like, my little Ford Escort sedan, like, in a snowstorm. Like, scary moments.
It's pretty rough.
Like, sliding off the road.
It's pretty bad.
Like, PTSD.
Well, because they won't, especially like our area too. Like when you get to Bow, like
Yeah.
where it's such an awkward spot, is just like not even a mile up the street. It's Concord, so neither town will touch it.
You can see Concord. Because
Yeah.
where Circle K is in that subway, it's literally right on the line.
Mm-hmm. So neither town will touch it. It's so
Right.
annoying. And then like tractor trailers still go.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh
I don't know
god.
what to do.
I'm
just gonna
surprised
let go
none
of
of
the
them have
wheel.
like royally fucked up going down that hill.
They probably have. We're probably just not around to see it.
Yeah, true. But like tip over or something during those because like I've been there when there's been really bad snowstorms
Yeah.
where like no one's out, but they're still kicking. It's pretty nuts.
That's how it was. Like, no matter where you worked, you know, I worked at McDonald's, Best Buy. There's still that one person that would want a TV or a Big Mac sandwich.
That's just so.
We'll just pull
annoying.
right in.
It is very annoying. And they're like, I'm just here for an oil change. Like, dude,
Like, you made your one
I hope you
piece.
go off the road and all of this oil dumps out.
We don't have any texts. I'm sorry.
It sucks because it's like, oh, you want something to do, but on those like days that are super dead.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I don't. Like, what are you doing here, man? Go home.
All right. No, we have a lot of people that we work with. Andre, my movie buddy.
Yeah.
My Marvel movie buddy, my MMB. Because we see Marvel movies all the time together. We go over to Smitty's.
Yeah.
Wolverine, Deadpool.
I know it's coming.
End of the month. Next month.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, 26th. I think.
Is it?
Pretty funny.
Did you guys already get tickets? 'Cause I feel like that's
it won't even let me pre-order them yet. Like I'll go on
Yeah.
the Smitty's website and it's just not even there. It's like the movie doesn't exist yet.
Yeah. They're pretty bad about that though, because
Yeah,
I tried
wait
to
for
do
that.
that for Planet of the Apes, and I was
It
just
says
like,
Planet of the Apes. Nobody wants to see that movie.
it was good. Did you see it?
I'm not into that stuff.
Oh, dude, that was so good.
Like I'm all set with watching monkeys throw feces at people for 2 hours straight. I'm good.
That's only the first movie. That only happens once in the first movie. Actually, it is.
But it's repetitive.
No, some other different monkeys die.
Oh,
It's pretty good though.
from having poo thrown at them.
Yeah.
Like
That's how it goes.
Major League Baseball, like pitching throw, like 90 miles an hour, right in the face.
It's pretty gross.
Right.
It'd be a pretty bad time. I'd be very upset.
Right. Oh, you're killed by a chunk of corn.
The hat, Bloodlines, is that Bloodline?
Not the show. No,
What show?
it's not the show.
What is
If
it?
someone asked me, like, "Oh, isn't that a show?" I'm like, no,
I didn't know.
it's WWE. It's wrestling.
Oh,
Bloodline.
I thought it was like is that what the new Exorcist was called? No. What was it called? Blood?
I thought that was. I was just talking to my wife about it too. I'm like, oh, I think there's a new Exorcist movie coming out, but there is actually in October. There is
Another new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one that came out last year.
With the two girls.
like- The beginning.
Yeah, something
Exorcist
like that.
beginning. Started with a B.
Yeah.
Not Bloodline though.
No.
No, this is wrestling.
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
There's some Bloodline. Maybe it's like a Paranormal Activity.
I thought it was some I feel like it would be some sort of cop show, but it's not. The Blue Bloods. That's a good show.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Is that Mark Wahlberg's brother?
Yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
Bloods.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah.
That guy's the man.
Mark Wahlberg always gets like labeled as like the sports fan, but like the Celtics during the finals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Donnie was at every game
Yeah.
in Dallas.
Yep.
In Boston.
Yep.
He went to every game, and then Mark, I think, showed up once.
He's probably like part owner.
He's probably got something.
Right. He's got
He's
stocks.
He's also
He's
probably
got
got.
stock
He's
options.
probably also got money dipped in there. So
Yeah.
it's just like, come on, we got to win.
Here's $1 million. Do something.
Yeah. That's got to be a great living for him. Because, like, he's famous, but he's
Yeah.
not, like, nearly as famous as his brother.
Yeah.
So, like, he could probably walk around and not get recognized.
I don't know.
And if he does, people are going to bring up his brother first. So he's got to, like, he's kind of gets, like, a chill.
Right. Like, oh, he's not known as Donnie Wahlberg. He's actually known as Mark's brother.
Yeah. That's how I think of him. I'm
And
like,
there's that
Mark's
other
brother.
one. He has
The
another
cook?
brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
That Wahlberger.
That's the guy who has, like, a great living.
Yeah, that is the man.
Yeah.
Any of the Wahlbergs.
That's like the Manning's brothers, the nephew's dad.
Yeah.
The one who's in Texas right now is
Yep.
a big name. But like he has a great life because his son is like king shit right now
Right.
of like young QBs everyone's talking about. His brothers are Peyton and Eli.
Yeah.
His dad is Arch Manning.
Yeah.
But everyone goes like, oh man, he was the best one.
Yeah.
But one little injury. Like, he could have been dog shit. He could have been the worst one out
garbage,
of
yeah.
But now it's like, oh man, like what could have been. But he gets to go to stores and not get stopped.
Right.
Like Peyton and Eli, he's got a great living.
Right.
It's a nice life.
Right. Most people probably don't even know who they are or who he is.
I couldn't recognize. If he walked down here, I'd be like, dude, what are you doing in my house? I wouldn't be like, holy shit, it's the Mannings.
Somebody help.
Yes. I know you're not going to throw me a football. It's tough.
Give me one of those rings to throw at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to fantasy this year.
That's what I was about to bring up.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just over here
I
staring
was-
at this trophy.
I know.
I was close.
yeah,
I'm into the championship.
almost so close.
I know. I feel partly responsible for knocking both you and your brothers out of the
I was nowhere near it.
playoffs.
I was so bad this year.
Well, I mean, mainly Cam and
Yeah.
Brandon.
yeah.
Valiant effort, guys.
It
Valiant
sucks.
effort.
It sucks. See, I like almost feel bad for like you and Ryan.
Feel bad. Whoa.
Well, because like so like I won in 15, that guy Pat, he won back to back.
Pat who?
The Pat Jones,
Oh,
the one who's in.
Yeah.
Because he like won and then he like left for a while.
Yeah. Because I see over here, I see you and your other two brothers are here. And
and then Brandon.
Robert.
Yeah, and then Brandon won. But like when we were winning like the first few years,
it was just you three, right?
Like no one played. Basically, like honestly, no one really played. So it was like half of your games were just washes. Like you just won.
Yeah.
So, but that's also why Cameron's like his record's so good. Is because like fucking half the people didn't play. You know what I mean?
Right.
But so like now you got like. I've said it every year, but like each year, like we've gotten more and more because like once the season starts to go and people are losing,
they kind of just they
mail it in,
they delete the app, like all right,
exactly.
They basically GG uninstall.
Yeah. So, but like each year we've gotten like more and more of that out, like a few people and it found people who give a shit. So like when I was talking to Zach about it, I said the same thing to him, and he was like, I don't know, man. He goes, I wouldn't even be mad losing. He goes, that looks so much fun. And I was like, yeah, and we're trying to get a punishment and shit. And he was like, that's so sick. He goes, like, if I don't win, I want to lose. And I go, that's how I feel.
You gotta do something like crazy for, no, like crazy illegal, but like crazy. Like
you need to smuggle drugs here.
You need to go outside and find a piece of white dog shit and eat it.
If I lose, what I would do. Because, like, we say we want to do the options. Yeah. Like I've said. But, like, I really want to do the, like, 24-hour thing.
But there's no, like, 24-hour diner really
Yeah,
anymore.
but there's, what's it called? The red... Whatever.
I don't think they're 24 hours anymore.
It's not. But you're not going to stay for 24 hours. Because, like, we'll do the thing where, like, every pancake or whatever
but what happens if they don't? What happens if you get someone that has, like, diabetes and they're like, oh, I can't eat, high carbs.
I don't know. Then we'll pick something else on the menu. We'll pick something small.
And I say that because I used to have it, but I don't have it anymore, so that's why
you beat it.
I beat it, dude.
That's my dad.
Yeah.
We were like, our dad had diabetes, and then I
crushed it, yeah.
We were like, I think you beat it.
I dropped like 20 pounds, and my doctor called me. He said, bro.
You're safe.
Literally, bro.
Home run. You're done.
It. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Go home. Doc, I am home.
Jersey's retired. You made it.
But yeah, as far as that.
So yeah. Like, I think they're only open till like 1. But, like, someone's going to eat enough, even through 4 hours.
If you're like,
they'll be fine.
If you're like, for each chicken salad you can cut off an hour. Like, dude, I'm down.
Ooh, that'd be a good move. There we go. We do something healthy.
Right?
That's okay. That's a better move than, like, pancakes. Because I would be like, I got to eat 12 pancakes.
Or find out the greasiest thing on the menu, and you're not allowed to go to the bathroom.
That'd be tough. That'd be a messy booth. But...
your colon is screaming at you.
So we were trying to figure out a way to do the draft order.
Yeah.
Because, like, last year we did it, and it was just the wheel.
Just do, like, an RNG or something.
So we were trying to wanted something fun. So we were, like, kind of, I was looking up ideas, and the few, like, that I found, like, someone said the spin bat race thing, and I was like, look, man, we got some heavy guys here, including me. I was like, I'm not racing.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
How juvenile.
Yeah.
Who suggested that? Get him out of here.
And
then my buddy has my other friend that lives in Rochester. He's like, oh, I need you. He's like, oh, can you join the league again? Because our other friend Sam usually does, but he's been doing like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and like grappling competitions. So he's like, I'm not gonna have time, dude. This kid's
nuts.
a beast.
That's nuts.
Yeah, like the nicest kid you'll ever meet. Like if you walk up to him, he'll be like, dude, he'll give you like a giant hug. But nobody want to mess with in a dark alley.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna screw that guy on a trade.
Yeah, but he hasn't been able to play it. So he's like, some other friends like, oh, hey, why don't you join in? I mean, last year I did, but I paid more attention to this one because I think I did a better draft overall in this league compared to the other one. Because I went into the other one blind. Yeah. Because the setup was nice. So he had this giant banner with like the players' names on them, and then like you would paint up the player that you pick like under your name, and then what draft order it was in, and then like what position. Like I felt like outmatched because everyone like had their laptops open, like, oh yeah, this is the best pick for this one. I'm gonna pick this one. Here I am like, that's a cool name.
That guy sounds good. Yeah,
I'm gonna pick that. And then when we did yours the following month later, I had my printout of like like who's going to be the best and like what position, like what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And then that's why I picked that defense so quickly when you know back in that other video when you guys were doing the draft picks when Cam was like, who the fuck pick defense?
Yeah.
Because I wanted that one because I was
it also like it all works out in our league too because I give defenses so much points. Yeah. So it's not like a terrible move.
Yeah.
But that's how
I was pretty happy with
I'm
mine.
in a league with Maddie's like with her family and like some of her sister's friends.
Yep.
And so it was the same, not the same thing, but like they all wanted everyone to get together for their draft. So I was like, okay, cool. Like it's all in person. So I thought it'd be that, like a board or something.
Yeah.
I get there, everyone sits somewhere on their laptop. So I was like,
oh, and they're picking them right online.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's
okay. Boring. So I had 2 drafts at the exact same time. And again, I thought this one was going to be like more physical. So I was like just on my phone trying to go back and forth until I was like, Maddie, I need your phone. So I was doing 2 different drafts at the same time. It was the worst drafting I've ever done, and I actually ended up winning the league.
That's scary.
So I was like, holy shit,
scary.
That's nice. But it was I was like, what the fuck? Like that's not fun. If you're gonna make everyone get together, do something more, you know? Because again, we want to do the same thing this year where we get everyone to come together, and what I'll do is like move everything over there and put it on the screen.
Yeah.
So like we can still just do it on your phone, but like we're watching it on the screen, so it's less.
It was funny though because the first time that I joined the league, not last year but the year before, like I was literally like on my couch with my iPad, like doing the picks. So I'm watching on my phone because you know we were in that text group, so you know on Facebook. So everyone was chatting back and forth. And I'm sitting on my iPad. My wife's on the other end of the couch is watching, I don't know, some show, 90 Day Fiance, bull crap. So I'm going through and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like picking draft picks. I'm like, she's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" I'm like, "Winning." And I know that I did terrible. I didn't do good, but I didn't do bad.
Yeah.
During that one, but last year
did better than Ryan and Luke that year. That was pretty.
Oh, the year before.
Yeah. Those two had a rough start.
They did.
I felt kind of bad.
They did.
And they were just like, we're not good at this. And I was like, guys, it's just all luck. Like, it's literally almost all luck.
You can't be good at fantasy football.
No.
There's no way.
No.
Because you could pick the best quarterback in the league, and if he goes down, that's it. You might as well.
It literally does. It like really doesn't matter how you've done ever. Like Robert's always honestly been really bad because he doesn't care and he doesn't pay attention, and he fucking won.
Well, like he told you, and you're like, "Oh, dude, you're in the playoffs," and he's like, "What?"
Yeah,
I am.
Like, he had no idea.
Oh my god.
So it doesn't matter. But
the championship last year sucked because none of my guys that went off.
Yeah.
Like not quite sure how. Or why.
Yeah, it's a rough part about like when you get to the playoffs, like especially when you've done it so for a while, you're like, oh man, like Cameron, last year when he won, like his issue always was if he got to the championship or like a game away, all of his players didn't play, because of real playoffs were set for them.
Well, even before the playoffs,
he would always run into that. Yeah. So then he like really started like. If you looked at like his moves and stuff towards the end of the year, you could see like he was trying to fix that mistake. So I do give him credit. Like it was a really well done year for him on moves.
Yeah.
But.
And I feel like there were a lot of guys too that were injured.
Yeah.
Because it's like that one that I dropped and then you picked up and he didn't do anything for you and you were like, what the fuck?
No. Yeah, it's like that was last year. Yeah, last year was a rough year in our league. I was real upset. Like literally, because like on paper it was really well, and for a while, and like to start the year I was doing really well, and then it just hit the floor. So
you didn't
hard.
get last.
No.
I don't remember who got last. Was it Rob?
Yeah. I didn't think he was gonna come back, and he is. So that's good. But
you better warm that up for him.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so the other draft order things we were thinking was like Dave and Buster's. Like everyone spends like $10. And whatever amount of whoever gets them, like whatever amount of tickets you get is like your, you know. So like if you get the most, but it was the same thing. We were like, so do you try and get everyone together, which you won't. You won't get everybody. We already know it. So it's like then you have to figure out the route on people who don't show up, and then
put them to the bottom.
But then you're also like, okay, you have to think you'll probably only get people to show up to one thing. Like I know, like you would come for like for that and like the draft.
Yeah.
Zach would, but it's like there's a few other people where you're like, you don't think they'd really carve out two different.
There's probably
nights.
something you'd have to fight to even get them to go to one.
Oh yeah,
To
for
get
sure.
them to at least
Yeah,
one.
there's a couple people.
Yeah.
So I was like my older brother was like, would you rather have people show up for draft decision or the draft? And I was like, okay, that's a good point. So the thing I think we've decided on was Cameo. That like thing where like there's like different people and you pay them to send a message.
Yeah, yeah.
So
okay.
we were looking at it the last couple days, and we are like picking names on. Then we'll have everyone vote on who we want, and we'll just send because they're like super cheap. Like, there's some people who are super cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we'll make them decide the draft order.
Okay.
So one, we have like a third party biased person, and you have the entertainment. Like,
Okay.
Did you ever watch
I did
Last
that.
Chance U on Netflix?
I didn't know.
Oh, one
I don't
watch
watch
it.
a lot of TV.
One watch it. It's so entertaining. But
Is it
there's
like a series or like a TV series?
yeah.
Okay.
So
Jeez.
it's like
Okay.
on, what's it called? It's like a like community college football program.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. So it's like dudes, and like a lot of dudes were like D1 and they got themselves kicked out of school.
Okay.
So it's like dudes who were like at Alabama, Clemson,
Oh,
like some of
yeah,
these
yeah,
schools,
yeah.
or
Huh.
guys who didn't get offers and they're trying to make their way to D1. So it's just like it's a very interesting story,
It was like Remembering the Titans for like college.
but it's
or-
real.
Oh,
But it's real.
Remembering the Titans was based on a true story.
Yeah, but like this one's real. It's not like acting,
Oh.
you know. So one of the coaches in the second, or like the third and fourth season, is a dude from Compton, California,
Oh.
a white guy, but he's so aggressive. He calls everyone a slapdick, and like, he's a crazy dude.
I'll check it out.
He's very funny. So
Is it
we're
like is it a drama or a comedy or? I don't think it's a comedy.
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Both, to be honest. Like that dude
Interesting. Okay.
freaking out is very like he almost fought one of his like assistant coaches during a game. Like almost got in a fist fight
Oh, weird.
because like he just like is kind of rude to
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. Huh.
So it's very funny. So we were gonna like have we're all thinking that guy, but like there's different people. So like some of the people I wrote down was like that guy Rex Burkhead's on there.
Oh, okay.
The Patriots running
Yep.
back.
Yep.
Stephen Ridley, Josh Cribbs.
Yep.
Running back, and then like he should be a Hall of Famer, punt returner. But like so it's just like a bunch of different people
Like Pat McAfee or something.
that I don't think he's on there. Like, he'd be a crazy amount of money.
Dude, he's the man.
The guy made a great living. Great choice on like retiring.
Have you watched his podcast?
I don't
the
watch
Pat McAfee
anymore.
show? Oh my god.
I did when he left, when he was with Barstool, and
Yeah.
then when he left, and like it was only him and like a few of those guys, and it wasn't all sports. Like it was a lot of like they would talk sports sometimes, but like now he's like all sports. So I liked it when it was like a lot more of like whatever he fully wanted to be doing at the time, and then like I don't know. The more he took off and stuff, and it was, I don't know. I just paid so much less attention to it because he got
He's a man.
so big. But he's a very he's a
funny.
really genuine.
He's a funny
dude.
guy.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
But yeah, I think that cameo thing for the draft order. I think that's a good idea.
Because we were like, all right, it'll be entertaining. And again, it's just like a fair way to, and then that way we'll do split the divisions that way too.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
You'll go in 1, you'll go in 2, you'll go in 3, you'll go in.
Yeah.
So it's almost been 10 years
Right?
of doing it.
I was close. I was close last year. I got too overzealous.
That's what sucks though, is like you'll get like that. Like,
I was playing my victory speech and everything.
what was the point difference? Because like you could be, like if you were like 2 points away, because that's how it was in Maddie's sisters.
I knew
league.
it was further than that.
I won by like 5 points,
yeah.
but the year before that I'd also lost
Yeah.
by like 2 or 3 because of DeMar Hamlin fucking selfish ass died. So I made up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I know because of the 2 week thing or whatever for the championship game. Like the first week, I just completely something sabotaged my team. I had no idea what happened. Like nobody played well at all. Like I had, like Tyreek Hill. Like I had all those guys. I basically had like every good player on the Miami offense that did fantastic during regular season. Complete dog water during the playoffs. Like it shouldn't have happened.
No, but that's the nice thing about it is like your team. It just changes so quickly.
Yeah.
And like a random dude who like you didn't think was gonna do well. Like, I like die on this hill of like I'm like this was the best pick ever. Like, this I'm so good at this is like 4 or 5 years ago. I picked up Phillip Lindsay.
Yep.
And it was like his first or second year, and he was an undrafted running back in Denver. And I was like, I just know, like I just saw a video of him once when he was coming out of Colorado,
and how'd he do?
I was like, he's murdered it.
Yeah.
He did so well, and he like helped me win a league. And I was just like, see, like that's a dude no one knew. I was like, let's go. And it was like the same thing happened with like Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor. But actually Derrick Henry is the one who's always fucked me.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor didn't do anything for you last year.
No.
Because I was the one that dropped him.
Yeah.
And then like he was slotted, he was predicted to do like so well, but he was on injury reserve for like half the season.
He was my Hail Mary.
Yeah. And then I dropped him because he was just utterly useless on my bench. And then you're like, oh, you dropped him, so I'll pick him back up. He's gonna win for me. He just doesn't do anything at all. Just ruined your season.
No.
Whatsoever.
That was
You probably have done better without him.
Yeah, probably.
100%.
That was Derrick Henry though. When he first got into the league, when he first was drafted, I was like, this dude's gonna be a monster. For his first 3 or 4 years, I would draft him like first or second pick, first round picks every single time.
Yep.
First year he didn't play at all because of DeMarco Murray.
Yep.
Then he comes back. DeMarco Murray leaves. Deion Lewis. The Patriots drop him. He goes. I was like, "There's no fucking way." He's triple his size.
Yeah.
In height, in weight. Like, there's no way he's gonna lose this battle. 2 years of Deion Lewis.
Yeah.
And I was like, motherfucker, I've wasted these and I was like, he's my guy where I'm like, I'm never taking you again. And then like that next year he went nuts. And then he kept going nuts, and then like 3 years of him being good. I was like, fucking Christ. Hey, I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and give him a chance again.
Like nobody wants me to have him.
It's just like if I take him, he's not gonna do well.
Goodell's screwing me right now.
Yeah. I was like, dude, just be good. You're supposed to be good. Be good when I take you. Do what you're supposed to do. Just do your job.
I will give you candy if you do well.
It's so annoying.
Here's a Snicker bar. Eat it upside down.
That's what's so frustrating about it. But I want to see like how close you guys were.
I know it wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't super close. I don't like looking at that score because it haunts me.
It is tough. It hurts so much, to be honest with you.
I was just happy that I made it to the championship. Honestly, I was just happy that,
I'm just happy
all you guys were
here.
knocked out.
I'm just happy to be here.
Like that podcast episode you guys did when you were like your first announcement was like, this ends the the brothers championship run or the brothers playoff run. Like I think I've replayed that like 80 times. Like I did that. I was part of that.
I'm so happy. It is the hard part about doing this is like when it doesn't work in our favor, we're just like, oh no.
I'm at home. Like I'm drinking your guys' tears right
now. But like
delicious.
But then it comes in the handy where like when Cam won was like us. Yeah, because it was like the first year we were doing this.
Yeah.
And Cameron hadn't won ever. And me and Brandon have both won twice. And we were just like, dude, you are not good.
He wins back to back, right?
He only won once.
Did he?
Yeah, he's only won once.
Oh, was it you and Brandon on this side and then...
Yeah, I won the very first year we did it. And then Brandon won with a losing record in 2019.
How does that work?
I think it just became...
Statistics?
Yeah. It may have been like ties and stuff.
Oh, fucking tiebreakers.
Something like that. I don't
know.
He got in somehow with a losing record and then just like went crazy in the playoffs. And then I won the year after that. And then did he win after that?
Brandon, Cam.
Okay, yeah. So he won, then I won, and then he won again. But that's what's funny, like, because that's the reason I like ESPN. Like, you can actually look at like your history.
Yeah.
So like now it's gonna be really because this will be your third year. So after this, like it'll be really fun for you to look because it'll show like Like
I
on
even
mine-
compared my first year to last year. I'm like, wow, night and day. Because that year, the first time I started playing, like I never played fantasy anything. So I'm like, I'm going in with this blind. I'm like, this is gonna suck, but it's gonna be fun at the same time. And then last year, I'm like, all right, I know who I'm picking. Let's do this. I'm a cashew.
It just does like ESPN does a really good job of keeping like analytics for you.
They
on
do.
it. Like so like it's mine says like 2 championships, 6 playoff appearances, 4-time top 3 finishes, 7-time top 5 finishes, but then it's like in 9 seasons you've had a win percentage of 583. And then it's like you have 70 wins, 50 losses.
You could totally make that into a trading card.
That would be fun. Ooh, that would be really fun.
Wouldn't that be sick?
Oh, that would
Your
be
statistics?
so cool. Oh, that's such a. And then it shows like who you've been like the best at, and there was someone who doesn't play anymore, but it was 2 wins to 0 loss. That's the only like thing I wish I could like delete certain people's thing out.
Yep.
Because like there's 2 people who played like 1 year.
Yeah.
Actually, there's multiple people. And then it's like my toughest opponent is Cam. I've beat him 5 times and he's beaten me 12.
Oh my god.
But it's also like me and him are the 2 who've done it from day 1.
Yeah.
But
I can't remember if I beat Cam once or twice last year. I know I beat both him and Brandon at least once last year.
It will give me your analytics. Let me see. Your average finishing position is 5, but that's just because you had 7 last time and 2 this time. You're 14-14 of record. Let's see. Oh, more insight. That'll be better. 500 win percentage. Yeah, that makes sense. 14-14.
That's pretty good for only 2 years.
50-50.
I love those odds.
Let's see. Your easiest opponent is Robert. You're 4-0 against him.
Which Robert?
The one who won.
Which is weird to beat me in the championships. So how does that work? How am I
That's
4-0?
true. Playoffs, I guess, just don't count.
Oh, because I know
But it does
during-
show your recent matchup. 398 to 340.
Yeah, so it wasn't a huge blowout.
No.
It was only by
Yeah.
50 points, we'll call it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he had like someone go crazy too.
He did.
That is the thing. I do have to fix the like point system.
Yeah.
My point system's fucking all over the place. So
Compared to what I've seen talking to other people, yours actually isn't that bad.
too crazy.
I hate the decimal points.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That's
At all.
stupid.
It's very bad.
Yeah.
I'd rather end tie. Like I'd rather have ties.
Yeah,
Than
my
like
buddy,
the point system
in
where it's
my
like
other league-
0.1.
In my other league, my buddy uses the NFL app,
Mm.
and he does it with decimal points, and I think that's stupid.
That's how her sister's.
If you
league
watch
is.
this, fix it.
Yeah. Ooh, this sucks. Your toughest opponent is Luke. You have 1 win and 3 losses to him. And that's how it'll stay. Because he's gone.
Oh. Yeah, because I beat him, and actually, did I beat him?
It says your last matchup was last year of week 13, and he won 213 to 87. But you did
213 to
win one.
87?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because nobody went off. I think that's when all of my good guys were on by.
Yeah.
Stupid guy.
So, but see, like, that's what's fun. Especially in, like, again, another, like, 2 years. Those could be all different. You know?
Right?
Well, yeah. I was thinking about Roberts, but I was like, oh no,
Yeah, it must not. It
could
must
change.
not. Who beat Luke in the playoffs?
Luke made it to the playoffs.
I thought he did. He had.
I don't
He
know.
was undefeated. He had to
was.
have.
Luke was undefeated.
Didn't he go like 12-0 whatever before somebody beat him?
Oh, here's what's annoying though too is like I was saying with the thing like so this is like the history thing so I can look into everyone's stats.
Yeah.
But so it doesn't like it shows me people who've been long gone.
Yeah.
But also like Pat,
Yeah.
since he left, it shows like he had 2 different teams.
Oh, weird.
And then like there's some people that it like mixed them. Yeah. So it's like it's very I can't remember who it was.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really obnoxious.
That's bizarre.
So there's some like ones that are skewed.
Yeah.
It might be him.
Huh.
Yeah, it might be my friend Evan. Yeah, like it. I don't know. Actually, I don't know how long you play, but either way, yeah. It's the one thing I wish I could do is like really manually fix stuff, but it
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
really let you do that much.
It's ESPN.
Yeah,
Only gives you so much.
I like ESPN more than any of them though.
I hate seems
Yahoo.
pretty seamless.
Yahoo's,
Never did Yahoo.
Yahoo's so annoying. You want to see how like convoluted?
I feel like
Yahoo
somebody I
looks?
talked to did. Oh, I think Jeff at work does Yahoo.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he wasn't much of a fan either.
It's just like visually ugly on the eyes too. So it hasn't updated. So like that's just like how it looks. But it's still like
very bland.
Yeah.
Oh, and the decimal points.
Yeah, I hate it, but I won, so I guess it's not all bad. But and then and it actually this year was the year they like put in I think faces. I feel like in other years
does it have like silhouettes or whatever?
It just had nothing.
Oh,
I don't
weird.
think. Yeah, it's very ugly.
Strange.
Yeah. Oh, see, I won this playoff, the championship, 128.88. Like barely.
Oh, by like a fraction of a percent.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
By the skin.
Yeah.
But then, yeah. And that was to her sister. And then same thing last year as I lost by like nothing. So, whatever.
But it'll be good. Look forward to another year.
I know. I love when fantasy rolls around. I get so excited. I just love all the like jazz to it. It's so fun.
Like all the trash talk and hostility.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like really going to try and make it intense this year too.
Somebody better throw a chair if they loses. I'll be very upset if nothing gets broken or thrown.
That's why like when everyone comes, like I'm really going to be like, yo, like we're going to try and put some shit on message boards. Like because we've never really used it in this league. Like we've never really.
There hasn't really been any chats or anything that people. I mean, like
no.
I think Ryan maybe sent out like one or two.
Yeah, he used to do it just to be like, anyone looking for a trade or something. But
no, I don't trade.
No, me either. I wish I did, but I don't trust anyone. And then I always like feel like my team's so good, and I'm like, why would I ruin it?
Like somebody would ask me for a trade, and I'd have to look at my little sheet to see like where they're at as far as draft pick position and like what they're expected to do. But no, you're close to the bottom. Like no, I'm good. I picked my guys for a reason. They all mesh together well.
Yeah. We wanted to last year to set up like you can trade your draft spots. But I don't know, like, now I don't know if it'd be worth it because what's the point in having someone third party decide our draft order?
Yeah,
if we can trade out of it. So maybe, like, if we do, you can't trade, like, your first 2 rounds. Like, you have to keep your first and second round pick and then the rest. Because, like, if you're like, oh, I want to get this guy in a couple picks, boom, bounce out. But I don't know. We'll see. It'll also be easier when everyone's.
Too bad there isn't a way to like steal a draft pick from someone.
Yeah, like if you're really bad or something.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, ooh, that would be a fun way to do it. Too is like, if you're the loser, and you do the 24-hour challenge, you can give up one of your draft picks, or like you can give
your
up
position.
Yeah, like if you want to be like, I'll give up my 3rd round pick, and like then that just be. You still obviously get a pick, but it becomes like one of the last picks in the entire draft. And it minus, like, if you say I'll give up my 3rd one and you get to minus 3 hours. Oh, wait, no, that makes no sense because then you'd be like, I'll give up my 5th for 5. Never mind.
Or whatever, if you want to give up a pick, like if it doesn't matter what position it is, take off like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter which position.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't have to be like the 3rd pick for 3 hours.
Pick. Yeah.
I will give up my 24th pick to leave right now.
But that's what makes me excited though, is because like every year it becomes more and more people. So it's nice. Like not more and more people, because like Ryan wanted that last year. He was like, how about we do like 12 or 14? And I was like, no. Like, dude, that's too many.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
that's a lot.
There's people I work with at New Car who want to join. I was like,
you start your own?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know those motherfuckers. I don't want them.
Start your own.
Yeah, well, that's what you do. Yeah.
No, I think 10's the perfect number.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I'd say like between 8 and 10.
Yeah. That's what we used to do. We used to do 8, but it almost felt like not too easy, but it was also like.
I feel like 8 wouldn't be long enough.
Yeah, it was because you still play the same amount of games, but it was like then you were playing people almost too many times.
Yeah, very repetitive.
Yeah, so.
Like I would play like Ryan one week, play you the next, and play Ryan again. It's like no, we just went over this.
Yeah, and it's also like if it's 8 people and then like 2 people don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore.
Yeah, you're at 6 people, and then where if it's at 10, because like you can't. And like I don't blame people. Like if I'm 0-5, I'm not gonna give a fuck either.
Right.
So it doesn't hurt if it's 10 people and like 3 people stop giving a shit. Because then it's fucking 7.
It'll be fun though. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Gonna have to wash that. Wash this whole thing.
Cam drink out.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever been washed.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
It is pretty gross. Yeah. That gives it some of its juices and love, you know?
Yeah, until you take your celebratory shot out of it and like, oh my god, what is this?
Yeah.
It's like 8 years of backwash.
Yeah. Just like old Coors Light layered into it.
And
gross.
Cam germs.
Yeah.
From last year or the year before.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Didn't really think about it until now.
You looked inside, it's like all moldy.
Yeah. Welcome back.
The loser has to drink out of it.
Yeah. Just put like V8 in it. Everyone has to take a sip.
Oh.
You want to be in the league? Drink up.
V8.
Gross.
Lemon juice.
I went through a big V8 phase though. Me and Cam both did.
V8 or Splash? Like OG V8, like the 8 veggies or whatever, but it only tastes like tomato juice?
Yeah. I liked that. Cam liked both, I think.
I like the V8 Splash. I think
Splash
fruity
is
stuff.
what he liked. Yeah.
My strawberry nanner.
We go through like weird really used to go through weird phases of liking things.
We had smoothies I worked on last Thursday. Bought us smoothies because of the whole CDK outage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, I was pumped.
They're like, sorry for 2 weeks of
Had
a
my
mess. Here's
strawberry.
smoothie.
Soon to be 3.
Oh, really? Oh. You're like the longest tenured person. Now.
I am. That's scary.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. I'm like, yeah, my dad someone came in, like, how long have you been here? I'm like, 5 years. And the person's looking around, like, oh, all new faces. I'm looking, I'm like, I'm the one that's been here the longest out here. That's scary.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's nuts. It's funny that, like, there's so many customers that'll say that and be like, dude, these motherfuckers, some of these guys have been here that you're saying are new faces for, like, 3-4 years. I'm like, it's not new.
But the only difference is you don't see them like this. You see them like this.
Yeah. But it's like, I guess I get it when you're used to, like, those same old dirtbags for, like, fucking...
That retired.
10 years, yeah. I guess it makes sense, but... I don't know. Whatever.
I'm so excited to get my...
I wore this just for you, though.
Oh, I love that show.
Oh.
JD and
Such a good show.
Turkleton.
Mm.
I want to change. I wish I could change my phone number to call Turk like he did in the show. Except it's called Tur.
Yeah.
Or Cal Turk.
I wonder if they have one.
You see the T-Mobile commercials with him and Jason Momoa?
I get so excited.
Both of those. Like my wife will be talking to me and that commercial will come on TV and I have to stop her because I want to see it. I do that though.
Yeah. That's
My brothers are on TV right now.
I would get the Todd has one.
Ah, the Todd. I did that. I taught it out for so long when I worked at Best Buy. I would walk over, high five and snap right after. People just didn't understand.
That's funny.
Yeah, they didn't get
I had an ex-girlfriend whose stepdad would do that, but like not because of the show. Like he just did it to be different. Yeah, like he would always be like that was like, and he would like make you do it. It was so
maybe
weird.
it was like a tick. People have like
no,
a tick. No, just
he was
because
just like a dude who wanted to have a thing.
He was a bro.
Yeah, he'd just be like, "All right, see ya."
Bro.
He'd high five, and then he'd be like, he'd have to go.
Or else
I wonder if it was part of like he saw Scrubs
probably
do it. I bet it was. It probably was.
I love that
but
show.
He never mentioned it. He never brought it up, and I didn't know the show then. I wonder if it was.
Show of all time.
His name was BJ too.
That's kind of weird.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember like thinking it was so funny because I was like a middle schooler.
Yeah.
I was like, "LOL, what's his name?"
Nice pick on the shirt though. I wore my head of the table because that's me.
Cam got it for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Props to Cam.
I know. Really
he has good taste. Little guy love moment right there. I have that song on my phone. Guy love.
Really?
Yeah.
It's very funny. I remember when I made Maddie watch it. I was like, "Watch this. This is a good song. This is a good part." Because it's like the whole episode's musical.
You can download that on.
So it's very
on
exhausting.
Apple Music.
I don't like musical episodes though. Like so many shows will do it, and I
But,
always hate it. That one's a good one. They got some
So-
bad songs, but like that one's such a heater.
So it took me everything in my power not to convince my buddy and me to sing that at my wedding. Because my wife,
funny.
she wanted no part of it. She's like, no, absolutely not.
That's funny.
It was like we were borderline like getting ready to rehearse.
That's funny.
And she was like, no.
That would have been a pretty good one.
It would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
I was a little sad, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
I don't have any buddies or like
That you're that close with?
well, the ones like I'm friends with wouldn't find it funny. Like one of my closer friends, actually, I think Sean would. Sean would find it funny, but I don't know if he knows the show. Because you know how like there's some guy friends where you're just like,
Yeah.
LOL, our funny jokes are that we're gay.
Yeah.
Like that's how I used to be. I used to be that a lot.
Yeah.
I used to really love hammering that joke.
Yep.
Where I'd be like, dude, I'd fucking make out with you so hard. I was big on that in like middle school. I thought it was because like especially at that time like kids were so uncomfortable with like if someone thought you were gay. So I thought it was even funnier to be like,
Oh, we're not.
no,
Like,
I would fuck him. And they're like, what?
Like, you name the time.
I was
and
like,
the
look how
place.
hot he is.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this guy's man scrumptious. I would just like really hammer that stuff, and then like a few times, and then if someone matched that energy, it was so fun.
Yeah.
But, no, one of my like really close friends, he's so far from that because
Weird.
what is he? He's Puerto Rican.
Interesting. Okay.
So and he thinks he's so black. It's so funny. Like he just like.
But is he tan?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
But he also works outside, so like he's way tanner than he really would. Like if
Okay.
he took off his shirt, like he'd have an aggressive tan line.
Like the
So like
hardcore
he's
farmer
not nearly he's
Okay.
not nearly as dark as he thinks he is. So it's even funnier to rip on him about it.
I have, I have those moments from time to time. Like,
No, for sure. But you are also white, and you aren't
I'm
like.
tan.
But your nationality is white. Like he is
100%.
Puerto Rican, and he's like, no, I am. Like there's times where he's like, I can say the word.
No.
And I'm like, dude, chill. But he'll.
Let's go to Manchester. Let's try
He
that.
does like the chain.
Oh my, that's
He's
awesome.
so funny.
What
He's
a badass.
He's such a funny guy.
That's awesome.
But
that guy's
he's
the man.
he
I don't
is-
even know him, but he's the man.
He's secretly very sensitive too, so it's very funny. So like, if it was just like me, him, and like Cam,
Yeah.
and if I did some like funny gay jokes,
Yeah.
if I'd be like, actually you're looking so like I used to call him my caramel apple. And he would
That's awesome.
he would just like he would laugh or he'd like just think it's funny.
Yeah.
But like if we did it like when we'd go out in Manchester and if it'd be like, isn't this kid so cute and shit? He'd be like, stop doing that.
Well, it's funny. Like anytime I would hang out with friends.
He gets
like,
so embarrassed.
like anytime I would hang out with friends, and then one of my other friends would come in, like this kid Calvin that I talk to every once in a while. Like he'll walk in and I'll be like, Calvin, I'm like, there he is. There's that sexy beast. And he's like, oh my.
It's very funny. It's so funny when they're not into the joke at all. I love it.
It's even better when they don't expect it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't have any friends though that I could be like, hey, you and me are gonna do a slow dance to this song. Like
That's when
they
you
would
just-
be like, that's not funny. I don't want to.
You don't even warn him. You just do it. Just walk over and be like,
That's true.
"La, la, la, la,
Yeah,
la."
that's true. That's true.
And then one of
That's a
two
good
things are
point.
gonna happen.
That's true. I had one friend who like I made him watch Scrubs and he fell in love with the show. And like he was like my childhood best friend. Like we were
Yeah,
friends since first grade.
Yep.
And so like that song, like he'd be like, yo, that's our song. Like so like he loved the joke too.
Yep.
And like a couple years ago he was a little pussy about something.
Oh
So,
yeah.
like out of nowhere. So
It's good to have
like,
friends like that though. That would know like any song that has to do
Yeah.
with, like that isn't like an actual like song like a joking. Like my best friend, like anytime we get together in a car, we would sing like Tenacious D.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like it doesn't even have to be like
Yeah.
an actual like artist. Like just I mean, granted, yes, it's Jack Black, but like any song
Yeah.
that comes on, like we
See
would
that's
out loud saying "Windows down," we don't care.
See, that's how my friend is the one I would call Caramel Apple.
Yeah, yep.
Is like we used to drive around a lot, and like we'd play Usher.
You
So-
said what?
Usher.
Oh,
So we'd play like Confessions.
Oh
and
my
stuff,
God,
and
yeah,
we go
yeah.
word for word, and we go nuts. But if someone else is in the car, that shit's not happening. He's only playing his rap. He's only playing Dre. So it's so funny because he just gets so embarrassed on stuff like this. Like he lives like 45 minutes away now, so we don't see him that much.
Yep.
But he's like, every time like we talk about doing like this, he's like, you guys are fucking stupid. You guys are, and he'd be like, that shit's whack. I'm never doing that. I'd make you guys pop off. Like he's just that.
Like this?
Like, yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
He thinks it's he does it like joking because he also is like, he definitely is like somewhat embarrassed or like nervous to do it. So he always like, he'll go through a phase where he'll be like, I'm not doing that shit. That shit's stupid. Because he knows like also it'll rile us up to like joke and be like, you're scared, or, you know? Or he'll go through a thing where he'll be like, all right, come through. And he has this big metal, like, I don't know how to describe it. We call it his like little tub outside, but he thinks it's a pool, but it's something he can like sit in. So we were always like, X, we're going to get in your tub and we're just going to do a podcast, dude. We're going to be splish splashing together.
There you go.
And he'd be like, he goes through phases where he'll be like, absolutely not. You guys aren't coming here with that stupid shit. And then he'll be like, fine, come on.
Right. I don't mind this, you know.
No, it's pretty nice.
You know, I granted I don't do it as much, but you know, I stream, or I used to, trying to get back into it. But sometimes just
it's nice
to listen to your own voice.
Yeah. Well, I'm okay with it now. I used to not.
I love listening to my dude. I could just ramble on forever.
That's why Maddie doesn't like doing this anymore. It's because she's like, every once in a while she'll like hear her voice, like if I'm editing or something. She's like, ugh.
It's like radio.
And she does, and she just like doesn't like having to like, I guess, put in effort. So she doesn't.
You just gotta find that radio voice.
Yeah.
Like you're listening to Brotherly Glass on 93.3 The Wolf.
Yeah. But it's nice too, like, the kid who was supposed to cut my hair today, he called me yesterday and was like, hey, like something came up so I can't. And I was like, all right, no problem. And then he was like, yo, also, dude, you didn't fucking, you know, because like now that like I meet new people,
yeah,
you're like, all right, like when are people going to find this?
Yeah.
So he was like,
why'd you tell me you had a podcast?
Yeah, exactly. He goes like, dude, I didn't know you and your brothers do podcasting. And I was like,
what did you find out?
I was like, oh yeah. And he goes, dude, I was on TikTok and all of a sudden this thing comes up and he goes, I think I know this guy. And he's looking at it. He goes,
I do.
It looks just like him. And then he was like, I looked at it and he goes,
holy shit.
Fuck, I know this guy. And he was like, dude, what the? And I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. It's a fun thing because it's like, it's a nice way for.
Just have a rap session.
Yeah.
We did some views.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's like so nice is it keeps, well, especially too, like when my older brother lived in Plymouth.
Yeah.
It's like, it was so nice because it was like a way for us all to like be together.
Yeah. It was,
and like joke around because that's all we do when we're together. We just like shoot the shit and joke around.
Why not?
And now we just have to make sure we take stuff out.
Right. You can't, there's certain things you can't say.
There's a lot.
On television. It was funny because I was telling my wife, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Josh's house. And she would, oh, you know, have fun. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm about to be more famous. Mm-hmm. It's just like, more famous.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, it's a fun way to like that kid Zach, like I went to high school with him. I played t-ball and coached pitch with him, but like he was a grade above me, and I was in the same grade as his younger sister.
Yeah.
So it was like we never talked. Like we never talked since like elementary school.
Right.
So what? And like he's really into podcasts. So like one day he hit me up. So I was like, yeah, sure. So like literally the first time we talked was like him coming down here.
Whatever.
And it was like afterwards, like we talked and we finished, and I was like, fuck, dude, I wish we were friends in high school. Like we would have been such good friends.
Right.
And so and like same with that kid who's a rapper, Micaiah. We were just like, oh, this dude's so cool. Like it's just such a fun way to like get to know someone so rapidly that you don't know. Like like today, like if Cameron came, he would know you so much more than if you guys met like naturally or like how we work together.
Yeah.
Like there's stuff you just don't learn about somebody until you do this, and all of a sudden they just like fess up to random shit.
I know. I was looking forward to having them here, like, having like a little rap session with you.
That's how Zach felt too. Zach was, because Cam, had to work
Oh,
when we did
yeah,
it. So
yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, "Fuck, dude." So yeah, there's a lot of
I feel we should have like a photo of Cam right here, or like I don't know, Cam via satellite or something.
But it's the same with like Cam's friend Rob.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Rob's done it and like learned so much about him. Like Cam's been friends with him now for years. Ow. And like when he did it is when like we found out Rob's like haunted.
Oh yeah.
And Cam was like, "The fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "I haven't told you this." He was like, "No."
This is freaky.
So it's like you can know someone for so long, but like there's just random shit.
Right.
It's so it's such a fun way to. And then you're like, whatever. If this ever becomes something, cool.
Right,
If
you
it
were there.
doesn't,
You were there.
whatever. Yeah.
If it happens, it happens.
And it makes it so like, I don't know. It almost makes it like numb too to like being embarrassed. Like I never really used to be embarrassed by anything.
Yeah.
Like I used to go in like public and I would like pretend to be a mannequin. I'd pretend to trip if like I was with my family to embarrass them. Like
Why
I just
not?
wasn't. Yeah. Like I just wasn't really embarrassed. So then like when we started doing it, we were both like a little like uncomfortable about it. Like because you're just like, ooh, people I know are gonna see this and like. And now I'm just like, I don't give a fuck what you think. Like I never did, but now you eliminated that emotion, you know. So it's pretty nice. Because I'll always tell, because like he has some friends or like people he know, who like want to do it, and then like we just know, like it's so we also realize because like I would say to you a lot too. You'd be like, yo, when are you gonna have me on? And I'd be like, dude, whenever you want. And that's our answer to people. But we realize, like to us, it's a genuine answer. Like we're like, tell us when you want to, because we're like, we don't want to like make someone schedule something. Like we don't want to try and like force a day on someone, because some people will say it and not mean it.
Well, like I always tell you, I'm 20 minutes down the road. So if you're
Yeah.
like, hey, this day, like, what was it? Yesterday Friday when you asked me if I was working.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, if I wasn't, like, I wish I could just leave and come here. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd rather be doing this than
Yeah.
over there. And I'm like, I'm looking at my schedule. I'm like, all right, Saturday I'm busy. Sunday wide open. Just let me know.
Yeah. That's, and then and then we realize like that's not like people take that as like, it's not like an actual answer. Because it sounds like we're like, yeah, come whenever you want. Let us know when you want to. Like it's not,
to me, that's not an answer.
Yeah, that's how
I'm
we
not just gonna
realized.
show up.
Because one of his friends was like, "Bro, if you don't want me to do it, just say that." And we're like, "No, what? Like we're telling us tell us what day you want to."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, that sounds like you're like pushing it off."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh fuck, that's true. Good point." So.
Because I'm sure you were like, oh, I'm sure he thought that you'd be like, oh great, now I have to do it this day. Yeah.
Well, because it's also like it feels easier for us because like then I have to check with Cam on what day works for him, and then he has to check with me.
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, well, we got this day. Let's see if it works for this person. So it's almost easier to have someone tell us a day. But
Right.
then we were like, that's so uncomfortable for someone.
Right.
Like, because like they haven't done this. So like for us, like we're mentally already like, because who was it? I had someone I was like trying to convince to do it, and they're like, I just think I'd be uncomfortable with it. Like I don't think I could do it. And I was like, no, like it's totally fine. Like you'll be very like it's awkward for like the first 5-10 minutes, and then you just get comfortable. And they're like, oh, I don't know. But then it's the same thing of being like, oh, tell us a day, and they're like, well, motherfucker, I'm already like uncomfortable about doing this. Like you just tell me. You need to force me to do it.
Like today,
That's
for instance, like we could be sitting here shooting the shit. If you didn't have like anything rolling, like I wouldn't have known that like oh hey, I have to be like got to be look good, sit up straight.
Yeah.
I'd have the camera on me.
Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't be too worried though.
No.
I mean, I've been shirtless here, so it's not too bad.
I work with a production company. I'm not afraid to be behind a camera.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's like you feel bad. Because like our older brother, you can tell like sometimes he'll get like that. It takes him sometimes a little bit to like, or just also just depends on like your mood. So you're also like, oh fuck, I hope someone's in like a good mood.
Right.
Yeah.
No. It's all fun. It's all fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Till next time, and maybe in a little while, you might get presented a trophy. Who knows?
Oh my god. A little while.
Because that's the other thing we want to try and do is like if someone
for like
wins,
runner up,
be like, Because that's how I did it for Cam when he won the ring. I like gave it to him on here. It's a very fun way to
like
surprise people,
the championship presentation.
Yeah. So.
Oh, you dumb me. I thought it was an idea. Let someone for runner up. Just the way you were
No.
talking. Like, oh, maybe wink, wink. You'll get something. Wink, wink.
No, you got to win. You got to win in this league.
Hey man, well,
yeah.
Head of the table, buddy. Head of the table.
Enough. Yeah. But all right, see you on the draft.
Same time, same channel.